Hello everyone, we are live for the Fights with Friends millionth view show. 1 million views. We hit that this last Saturday. I would say bare knuckle boxing, it seems like that's a winner. At least here on Fights with Friends. It seems like for some reason people seem to enjoy that. You guys seem to like that. About 23,000 23,000 views. A lot of new subscribers, and I was very happy. I was very happy with the results of that. The results of what's going on, and hopefully I'm live, because I don't, says you are live. Okay. I don't see anybody in here yet. Not sure anybody got the notification. That is strange. But anyways, Dana White Contender Series. This has been on fire for 3 seasons. This week it seemed to get a lot more attention because a fighter didn't get a contract. A lot more attention because a fighter didn't get a contract. And that guy has been all over the place. The Ariel Helwani show, Luke Thomas, MMA Fighting. He will be on Fights with Friends, and hopefully he ends up getting that contract. I think he deserves it. We will talk about who that is here very soon.
My goal is to be the most dominant in UFC history.
Everybody to come in. Thank you guys so much. I really did not expect, like I said,
Santos looking for the finish.
Santiago
Santos, the biggest threat to John Jones
on Saturday. I knew I was getting close. I was around 23,000 views away, and it was interesting that the Chan Sung Jung versus Moicano fight didn't do very well for me. Just over 1,000. Versus 1,000 views. Moicano for fight. The UFC Fight Night this week. Didn't do very well for me. Over 1,000. I mean, versus Moicano fight. The UFC Fight Night this week. Didn't do very well for me. Versus Moicano fight. UFC Fight Night. Didn't do very well for me. Sorry about that, guys. But I was a little surprised that the UFC fight only got me 1,000 views this weekend, but it more than made up with it through the bare knuckle boxing. And how crazy is that? How crazy is that an MMA fighter beat a boxer? And there's all kinds of excuses this week. And I'm not an MMA versus boxing guy at all. But it pisses me off that a lot of, not the fans, I would never blame it on the fans, because I have not ran into it with the fans at all. But the boxers, the way a lot of them have talked about MMA, the way that they have just trashed it, and trashed our fans, the MMA fans. What's up, JJ Smith? I was very happy to see Artem Lobo pull that off. I mean, how great was that? And I thought he won by better than 48-47. At least it was a unanimous decision. It was on all 3 scorecards. So, I mean, that made me feel good. I'm doing good, man. Yeah, what about the GOAT? Guys, I have so much MMA news to talk about that I almost wish that there wasn't even a Dana White Contender Series this week. There is so much going on. And 2 words that really, really stick with me this week. I'm going to talk about here in a minute, but very, very bothersome. And I'm about to have a Jim Mora moment from the Indianapolis Colts. And I think everybody knows what that's going to be. As people come in, Jose not leaving UFC, huge contract signing. You saw that. No, I didn't. But I know he had said it was his last year. He was looking to retire, and then he had alluded to the fact that he would go to boxing. You know, maybe it was a smart negotiation tactic, especially since he's coming off of a loss. Man, he is so popular, though. I couldn't be happier for a fighter than Jose Aldo. That guy's done so much for the history of the UFC, the history of WEC. I mean, he might be one of the top 10 most important figures in the history of the UFC. And that guy, to me, gets so little credit, and they talk about him so little for what he has done and did for two organizations. So yeah, I couldn't be happier for Jose Aldo than anybody. But I'm about to have my Jim Mora playoff moment, guys, as we're coming into this. And I gotta say, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. We're talking about 10 seconds. You want to talk about 10 seconds? You got two guys in there that are trying to kill each other. You have one of them that dominated every single round in a complete dominating fight. And we're talking about 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I can't even believe this. Dana White's talking about 10 seconds. Why don't we just talk about practice? Practice. 10 seconds. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, 10 seconds. Dana White came out and confirmed from last week's Dana White Contender Series, Season 3, Episode 1, that it all came down to 10 seconds. Brendan Loughnane was winning this fight every minute, every second of this fight. He's being very aggressive. He had a broken nose. His opponent had a broken nose. They put everything out there. And with 10 seconds left, Brendan Loughnane went for a takedown. And he got a takedown. It's very rare to have a knockout with 10 seconds left in a fight. Especially when you're talking about world-class fighters and the guy that was fighting the toughest fight on the entire show. And you're talking about 10 seconds. You know who took somebody down with 10 seconds left in a fight that was a war back and forth? It was a war between Wanderlei Silva and Chuck Liddell. And Chuck Liddell surprised everyone by taking Wanderlei Silva down with 10 seconds. And everyone thought it was great. It was absolutely incredible. It was unexpected. And, of course, Chuck Liddell won the fight. And we're talking about 10 seconds. I'm doing good. What's up, D. Brown? What about that Colby Covington versus Robbie Lawler? That is so crazy, man. I am so excited about that. Oh, man. I think Robbie Lawler pieces him up, man. I really, Colby Covington's, his striking is absolute garbage. Maybe it's not as bad as Ben Askren's. It's not as bad as Ben Askren's. But Colby Covington also doesn't have the grip of Ben Askren. And, I mean, Robbie Lawler was just destroying Ben Askren before that choke, of course. I think Robbie Lawler pieces him up. I think Ben Askren gets the next title shot. And then I think we see that rematch between Robbie Lawler and Ben Askren for the welterweight championship. That's what I'm calling right now. I'm going to say that Robbie Lawler beats Colby Covington. Ben Askren beats Jorge Masvidal. And then Ben Askren defeats Colby Covington. And then we see that rematch. What's up, 7? Yo, yo, yo. Go blue. Let's go, Mike. 10 seconds. Get him. Because of a takedown. Last 10 sec downs. Yep. Exactly, man. It was crazy. Iverson talking about practice. Yep. Poor kid didn't get a contract. So here's something I found out today about that. Before we go to there's so much I'd like to talk about today. Like I said, I kind of wish that there wasn't, I almost wish that there wasn't even a Dana White Contender Series today, because there's so much that I want to talk about. But Ariel Helwani had this kid, Brendan Loughnane, on the show just yesterday. And I was listening to it today in the car, and he said that the UFC has 30 days, to sign this kid. And that means the kid actually cannot sign with another organization for 30 days. The UFC has rights to him for 30 days. So Dana could change his mind, and apparently Brendan Loughnane wasn't even aware of this. They hadn't even made him aware of it. First fight coming in, guys. Welterweights. Victor Reyna, 10-3 versus Miguel Baeza. This should be a tough fight. They're on their way to the cage right now, and I will come back to this discussion. What's up, JJ Smith? What's up, Robert Christian? Am I serious about what? Oh, you just answered my question. Oh, serious about the 30 days? Yeah. Victor Reyna, 3-fight unbeaten streak. He's finished 8 of his 10 wins, 5 first-round finishes, 7 wins by knockout. Don't go for any takedowns tonight, Victor Reyna, or you won't get signed. How much do you think these fighters get paid for Contender Series? I meant to look that up and I forgot. I was going to try to find that out. And I forgot. Next week, because of 4th of July weekend, no Dana White Contender Series. But I do plan on putting out a... I do plan on putting out Tuesday MMA Trivia at 6. It may be from a remote location on my phone. So I may go back to the old school phone stream, even from outside. $5,000 for win, $2,000 for bonus. Ouch. Is that, you looked that up? That really? Man, it's crazy. So if you don't get signed, you lose out for a month. Yeah, that's the thing. Not bad. Well, it's better than fighting in Bellator. And apparently, so Brendan Loughnane, the 10-second, I'm going to call him the 10-second man. He's been getting offers from PFL, from Bellator, from ONE FC, all over. And he can't sign for 30 days. So, yeah, it's crazy. What's up, Comedic Genius in the house? Guys, not during the fights, but as we go on, this is the 1 million view show. So thank you guys so much for helping me get to 1 million views. I did not expect to do that this week, and I am very excited about that. Miguel Baeza, I think it is, 26 years old, 6'2". That's a tall welterweight. Weighed in at 74.5. Victor Reyna, 32 years old, 5'11". It's saying 178. I wonder if that's wrong. Is he 8 pounds over? Fighting for a contract? I think maybe they meant to put 168. Thank you, Adam. Very cool. I'm watching, but have poker night tonight. Have a good one. All right. Hey, man. You've made me wish that I had a poker night going on. So one of these days I'm going to have to do it. Just not on Tuesdays, I guess. Baeza in the blue, Reyna in the gray. If you're looking to follow along, this is on ESPN Plus, not UFC Fight Pass like last year. There's so much news right now, though, and we're going to go over a lot of that before trivia, in between and after fights. But Baeza and Reyna, this is actually a pretty good match. Pretty good match. Miguel Baeza 6-0, Victor Reyna 16-3, fighting at welterweight tonight. The overweight guy wins, says Haterade 9. I really want to assume that's a mistake, that they wouldn't allow him to fight for a contract if he was 8 pounds over. Oh, nice front kick to the chest there from Baeza. And a straight right hand cracks Reyna right in the chin there. Reyna the southpaw, Baeza the orthodox. Baeza throws a nice side kick towards the chest, so Reyna gets out of the way. Oh, and Reyna lands a nice right hook there. Hard low leg kicks there from Baeza. You can really hear those. That was pretty vicious, actually. Nice front kick there from Baeza, and we'll get the rounds up. So after this, I'll have a fight clock so you guys can follow along, but I am at 3:10 right now. So I'll let you know when I'm right at 3 minutes, too, if you're looking to sync up. Oh, big right hand there from Baeza. Both these, another big right from Baeza. Oh, big right hook from Baeza! And I don't know if we're going to need a fight clock after that because Reyna is hurt. Big hammer fist. Left, right, Baeza on the kill. He ain't going for a takedown right now. That was a knockdown. Big rights and lefts, and he's got over half of this round to finish up Reyna. But what a thunderous right hook. Damn. Victor Reyna with a thunderous right hook. Floors 6-0 Miguel Baeza. Oh, Reyna gives out the back, and Baeza, he's got hooks in. Oh, this is a really bad position, and Reyna doesn't really look like he knows how to fight this off. Oh, and now he's out. But thank you, CJ. I appreciate those odds, man. Minus 390, Reyna plus 330. He's underneath deep. Baeza, I think he's got this. He just needs to go back. He's got the fence working against it, but he's going to be able to go back here eventually. I think this is it. As soon as he goes back, he's not under the chin, though. Oh, Reyna doing a good job pushing on the elbow. And that was a mistake by Baeza. He should have had the elbow in deeper. If you're looking, he's got a left hand there. What he has to do is he has to have that left hand over further underneath that choke. Easy for me to say watching, I know. And Reyna pops back up. Oh, and he squares Baeza up and pushes him up against the fence. Poker night in many ways. Nice knee to the body there from Baeza up against the fence. 55 seconds left in this first round. I thought that was over. That right hand was thunderous. Jesus, come here. What's on your phone, Chameleon Genius? What's on your phone that you don't want your girlfriend to see, huh? I'm comfortable with my wife looking at my phone at any time. What's the issue there, sir? Jesus should let him stand up and KO him. Well, they're back up now, man. Oh, big knee to the body there from Baeza. 20 seconds and a big elbow on the break there from Reyna. And there's been some great striking here in this first round. First fight of the night here. What's up, JJ Smith? Oh, big left hand and right hook there from Baeza. That was a hell of a round. I want to see the replay on that overhand right bomb. And I'm going to set up my round here real quick while we're waiting in between. That way you guys don't have to guess as to where I am. And in Reyna's corner right now, they're telling him everything's good with your subtle movements. It says continue watching the inside leg kick and the head kick. He ate some big leg kicks in that last round. I got quite a few trivia questions tonight, though. Bare knuckle boxing. That was great, man. I am pretty damn happy about that. How embarrassing is that for Paulie Malignaggi, by the way, to lose in essentially a boxing match to an MMA fighter that's 13-15. This guy isn't even close. This guy's 2 under 500. Oh, big 1-2 from Baeza to start this second round. Oh, Baeza goes for a front head kick all the way over the head of Reyna, and Reyna's able to get the takedown. Reyna landed some ground and pound now. Baeza trying to get back up. He might put himself in a guillotine here, though. And this is definitely one of those cases that one guy is way better at striking, from what I see so far at least, and one guy is way better at grappling. And Baeza actually goes for the takedown, gets it there for a minute. Reyna spins him down. He's got to be careful. And now Baeza has Reyna's back, at least from standing. He's standing, arms around the waist. Reyna easily turns that around, though, squares up, pushes Baeza up against the fence. Imagine what Connor would do. Oh, Connor would have knocked him out in the first round. He would have hit him with one of those big right hands. Oh, nice jab and a right elbow combination there from Reyna in the clinch. And back to the center of the cage. Reyna has landed that elbow on the clinch several times here. And that is a dangerous elbow, man. Allhype.com, says Adam from Ellen. I'm very excited with bare knuckle boxing. There's a lot of things that I liked. And these guys exchanged body kicks in between rounds here. I want to talk about why I'm excited about bare knuckle boxing, the things that I like about it, things that maybe I would like to see, things that maybe I don't like as much. But nice inside leg kick there from Reyna and a straight left. Oh, big right hook there from Baeza and ducks under a shot from Reyna. Oh, big left hand, big combination from Reyna, big left, right hook, and a straight left over the top. I think the pressure, and I think he did more damage, Robert Christian. It's those significant strikes. Much difference, a lot of difference between a jab, and there's no extra points for head movement, which Paulie did have good head movement. He ducked a lot of shots. Oh, nice head kick attempt there for Baeza. Oh, and Reyna lands that big right elbow again. Left hook behind it, and another elbow combination halfway through this second round. And remember, there was nights, 5 fights, nice inside leg kick there from Reyna, 5 fights. There were nights last season that Dana handed out, I believe, as many as 4 contracts. On a couple of nice body shots there from Baeza. A straight right there from Baeza. Oh, and a 1-2 right hook from Reyna and a big left hook. And these guys are putting on a performance of the night type fight right out of the gate. Nice front body kick there from Reyna and a big 1-2 from Baeza. Pinpoint striking. Both of these guys they've shown wrestling, they've shown pinpoint striking. This is a UFC level match on both guys, on the count of both guys. Oh, big overhand right there from Reyna. Jabbing an overhand right. Halfway through this second round. You look at total strikes. Oh, wow. Reyna really finding it. Baeza 19-10 after the first round in strikes, but Reyna going ahead 22-7 here in the second round. And another big shot combination there from Reyna back to the center of the cage, and Baeza lands a nice body kick there. Oh, Baeza pieced him up there, though, Jab with the right hook, and then the double shot to the body, and a nice kick to the body. Speaking of kicks to the body, some guy that has an incredible kick to the body, Anthony Pettis, is going to be fighting Nate Diaz soon. That's one of the fights I'm looking forward to the most in all of MMA right now, and there's so much to look forward to. Superman punch attempt there from Baeza, misses, lands the left hook though, very aggressive. Nice left hook there from Reyna. Down in less than 30 seconds left here in the round. Oh, left hook and then a right hook to the body for Baeza, and he lands a big right hook, big knee for Baeza, and Reyna's hurt again. Don't go for the takedown. Don't go for the takedown, Baeza. Dana White will take that contract and wipe his ass with it. Nice right hand. Oh, and they exchange big bombs, and Reyna bags a big left bomb. Big knee to the body from Baeza. And if that would have went a few more seconds, wow, if that would have went 2 more seconds, this fight would be over. My God, Baeza landed a knee to the liver of Reyna, and he just crumbled. He was completely incapacitated. That was insane. Absolutely insane. And his corners tell him, I think we're down 2 rounds. And I think they're right. Let's watch the replay on that. I know I said I was going to talk about bare knuckle boxing, but we'll get to it. Big right hand, 2 big right hands in that round from Reyna, Baez. But then you see that knee to the head that I thought was going to finish the fight. This guy's got some brutal knees. We need some people in the UFC right now with those brutal clinches and brutal knees. Dana White clapping. He likes that. No takedowns there. And round 3, guys. All right, they said, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. All right, round 3. Oh, and Reyna comes out throwing shots. Nice jab and a hook there. Big right hand. Oh, Baeza goes for an overhand left, and Reyna pieces him up with a combination and a straight left. Oh, another big combination for Reyna. 4-piece. Big left hook and a right hand there from Reyna. He's on the attack. Reyna ate a knee that if there was 2 more seconds in that fight, they probably would have had to finish it because he was incapacitated, and he's coming out. Oh, and they both land huge hooks at the same time. This is, so far, this is a fight of the night contender on an ESPN fight night. Nice straight right there from Reyna, and Baeza, Reyna immediately answers with the body kick. You can tell Reyna wants this. His corner told him he's down 2 rounds to 1. It might be a round apiece, but that knee, oh wow. Big combination from Reyna, right hook on the head there. I think he hurt Baeza. And I think Baeza is also tired in this round. Baeza clinching up on Reyna up against the fence. Or Reyna clinching up on Baeza. They exchange knees. And they break back to the center of the cage where most of this fight has been fought. Oh, big left hook there from Reyna. And he's got a big cut even on his back. Baeza bleeding from the nose. This is a war. 1-2 for Baeza. Oh, big combination from Baeza, and Reyna comes right back with equally combination and lands a straight right afterwards. This round is a war right now. Big right hook for Baeza, and Reyna lands a brutal leg body kick. Straight right for Reyna. Oh, and they both land big hooks. Baeza landed the bigger one, another of those big right hands. Baeza has a big cut on his forehand. It's up a little high, though. And Reyna just moves forward. Lands a straight right. from Baeza. Reyna counters with the right hook, and then the jab and the right hook behind it clinches up. This is a hell of a fight. Nagano and JDS coming up this week, guys. If you have plans this weekend, you can tell your wife you're busy, tell your work you're sick, tell your kids that they can watch the frickin' Disney Channel, because you do not want to miss Junior Dos Santos and Francis Ngannou. Oh, big right hand and a left elbow combination from Baeza, and Reyna threw his own straight right into that. Big right hook again from Baeza. I think this fight could still be anybody's fight. Left hook and an overhand right lands for Reyna. Minute 40 left in this fight. These guys are definitely putting it all out there. They want to be in the UFC. Remember the guys that we've seen come out of this series so far. Alonzo Menefield, Curtis Millender, Sean O'Malley, and Johnny Walker, to name a few. Nice left hook there from Reyna. JDS probably should become a wrestler. Oh, and Reyna goes for the takedown, the sweep. Baeza, great takedown defense, but Reyna lands a right uppercut as he pops up. Baeza with the knee to the body there. Oh, and Baeza going for a choke here. Going for a guillotine. Might turn this into a Peruvian necktie. He tried to turn it over. Why Ngannou ain't going to take him down? Yeah, I don't think he does. Ngannou KOs him, says Haterade9. Sean O'Malley on that John Jones workout. Oh, that's something else I want to talk about too, because I have some issues with the UFC on that one. Big elbows from Reyna for the top and right hooks. Less than 30 seconds left. Big elbows from Reyna. He can pull this fight out here. Big right hand. Baeza throwing the arms up. Oh, and a big right hand. Baeza going for a triangle choke here. He's got it. He's got a triangle choke here. Less than 10 seconds left. And they run out of time. He had the head hooked. What a cut on the face of Reyna. And I don't think anybody's getting denied a contract right now, because Dana White is standing on his feet clapping with the rest of this crowd. And, wow, as far as the decision, guys, your guess is as good as mine. Wow. I think they might go with Baeza, because I think that they might think that Baeza pulled it out with that knee to the body at the end of the second round. I actually still gave the second round to Reyna because he had dominated the majority of that round. And then this third round, I believe was Reyna's. So unless there's a 10-8 round in here, we won't see a fourth round. When Junior Dos Santos fails Francis's power, he will want to take him down. JDS's chin isn't what it used to be. That's something we got to think about. I disagree with you on the gas tank from Francis. I thought he actually had a good gas tank against Stipe Miocic, which a lot of people point to that fight to say he has no gas tank. What's up, Wyatt Matheson? Gas tank is 29-28. Miguel Baeza, and that's the way I thought it would go. I actually kind of disagree with them. I think that I would have gave it to Reyna, but I assumed that the judges were going to end up giving it to Baeza based on that knee to the body at the end of the second round. No way Francis gets taken down before round 3, in my opinion. What's up, beginner trading? And JDS will be dead by then. Well, Francis Ngannou, I know he was criticized a lot for the Stipe Miocic fight, but here's the thing. Stipe Miocic is an expert wrestler. Francis Ngannou had almost literally like no experience. It's on ESPN Plus, Beginner Trader. almost no experience in wrestling. And he continued to get up over and over and over again for 5 rounds, 25 minutes, his first 5-minute rounds. And that's why I say I disagree with you that Francis Ngannou doesn't have cardio. I think he does, actually. And I really think that's a contract. I would bet on it right now. It's ESPN Plus, but yeah. It could be on both, but I know it's on ESPN Plus because that's what I'm watching on right now. If looks could kill, Lara Sankovic, serial killer. Oh, it's hilarious. Ngannou gained a lot of weight for Overeem and Stipe. He's way lighter now. And we'll have his old gas tank. I agree with you. I think him around 250 pounds, that's a tough fighter, man. I am not streaming the actual fights, just a reaction. When I've streamed the actual fights in the past, I got a 90-day streaming ban, and they threatened to kick me off YouTube. So, no, there's still 4 more fights. If you want to follow along, Rhea Brew, it is on ESPN Plus. You can get a 7-day free trial over there. Otherwise, I will give you guys the play-by-play audio. Thank you, Beginner Trading. I appreciate it. Rail Brew, damn bro. I do have all my MMA and boxing trivia. It is very tough this week compared to a lot of past weeks. So be ready for some pretty damn tough questions. And quite a few boxing. Trying to make it harder for Billy. He kills everybody when it's the MMA, so I try to throw a little more boxing out there. ESPN Plus is honestly better. I've had really no problems with ESPN Plus except for the pay-per-view. Favorite boxer right now and your favorite of all time. Favorite of all time is definitely Roy Jones Jr. Mike Tyson is a close second. But then right now I know I'm going to get a little bit of hate. But it's Deontay Wilder, and Tyson Fury is a close second. Miles John, LFA Bantamweight champion, warming up in the back. Colby versus Ravi. Oh, that's going to be incredible, man. And I was giving my prediction earlier. Wyatt, I think Robbie pieces up Colby. I think he knocks him out, finishes him. And then I think Ben Askren, if he gets past Torre Masvidal, I have no idea who's going to win that fight. I think Ben Askren leapfrogs and fights Kamaru Usman. I think he beats Kamaru Usman, and we've seen the Ben Askren versus Robbie Lawler fight then. And then that fight is bigger than ever. Still, nobody has got Francis in the later rounds. When Stipe took him, he looked bad. Yeah, well, and we'll see. Stipe's a hell of a wrestler, man. Askren wins, says Adam. I think so, too. But, well, I honestly, I think Askren, I think he matches up better against Usman than he does against Masvidal because, as Wyatt has talked about, Ben Askren's striking defense is just so ridiculously inadequate. I mean, it's wow, it's one of the worst in the UFC, maybe. It's absolutely horrible. Did Richie fight? No, Richie hasn't fought yet. It is Miguel Baeza versus Victor Reyna fought. Miguel Baeza won unanimous decision. Miles Johnson, Richie, Santiago are fighting right now. Baeza did great, but just not good enough. I think Baeza gets a contract with that. Colby's a tough matchup for Lawler. I think Lawler's a tougher matchup for Colby. I mean, of course Colby could win it. Robbie on those yellow subs. Oh man, he looked like he was on some good vitamins, man. Colby beat the old Robbie. I don't know about this juiced up version. Who is worse when they get a hold of you? Ben Askren or Damian Maia? Oh, Maia, absolutely for sure. Arcade Chaos dropping the cash. Thank you so much, my friend. Everybody give Arcade Chaos a hand. Man, and through the 2 years and 1 million views and everything, thank you, Arcade Chaos. You have been there with donations for a long time. And the great benefactor has been newer, but he's donated pretty much every time he's been in stream. So thank you, sir. I appreciate it. John's minus 1,050 for John's, huh? Santiago plus 750. Well, we seen a 7-1 upset last week in that first fight with a thunderous leg kick. What's up, Seth Sullivan? We are 20 minutes away from trivia, too. What's up, Hater89? Askren's stand-up was beyond pitiful. It was... Ben Askren, seriously? If that's seriously his striking, I'm going to be dead fucking serious right now. And this is going to sound absolutely ridiculous. But if that's really his boxing, I feel like I could beat Ben Askren in a boxing match. I was an amateur boxer for 2 years, and I know my defense is better than that. Miles Johns, undefeated, 8-0, LFA Bantamweight champion, 2 wins by knockout, 2 by submission. If it was just boxing. Oh, God. CM Punk in bare knuckle. Trying to get him killed again, aren't you? That would be a horrible, horrible place for him to go. Looks like he's happy to do commentating now. CM Punk. And good for him. If he finds something that works for him. Richie Santiago making his way to the cage right now. If you're looking for who's fighting and their weights and everything, in my description there, right below the description, I put in all the fighters and all of their weights. Got money on you, brother. Thank you, Haterade. Favorite YouTube channel, #1, Iron Mike's House of Fights. I like it. Richie Santiago, 100% finish rate, 6 wins by submissions, 4 first round finishes. Man, and like I said, he is a huge favorite tonight. So we could see a highlight knockout, or we could see another huge upset. And just speaking of huge upsets real quick, have you guys seen all the excuses coming out of the Anthony Joshua camp? Losing to Andrew Ruiz? I mean, my God, that guy's thrown out more excuses, and his manager, I should say, mostly. He's got more excuses than, Pamela Anderson's had men inside of her. All right, round 1, guys. Oh, wow, Sam. John's coming out crazy with the jab and the overright, looking to catch Santiago sleeping. Nice left hook there from Santiago. Taco Bell rules. Nice straight right there from Johns. Oh, another big right and right hook. Johns piecing Santiago up. Wasn't somebody saying it's San Diego that's the big favorite, right? Yes, minus 1,050. So you'd have to put down a G and 50 just to win $100 on Santiago. And was just muted. Holly Holm looked completely scared. I don't know if Holly Holm's really scared of anything, to be honest. Back to the center of the cage here. Straight left lands for Johns. It looks like there's an eye poke there from Santiago. Nunez is a scary, legitimate female fighter. And this is going to screw up my fight clock, so might as well kill that now. I'll let you guys know where I am. To sync up. But hopefully if you're watching ESPN Plus, hopefully we all end up synced up at the same time. Yeah, and eye poke there. But did you guys see Ben Askren's video after on Sunday though that said our boxer's really good at boxing? I had to watch it. He was live on Twitter. It was the biggest troll, of course, but it was absolutely hilarious. I had to click on it when it said, "Are boxers really good at boxing?" All right, here we go. Double jab and a straight right from the underdog Johns coming out of that. Johns lands a left hand and a big right hook. Johns is about as big an underdog as Andy Ruiz was coming into the Joshua fight. 2 big right hooks from Johns. And he is tagging Santiago right now. Straight right there from Johns. And Santiago lands a body kick there. But Johns, very early in this, I know. But Johns looks sharper so far. He looks like the sharper, faster fighter. And he lands a left hook on Santiago's chin coming in. Santiago lands a combination there, but not without getting pieced up by Johns. It lands a jab and a right hook. Oh, big jab, straight right, and then a big overhand right on the temple from Johns. Santiago comes in trying to land counterpunches, lands a right hook. Johns lands a huge combination and gets the takedown. And he is down in the guard of Santiago right now. And this is actually where Johns likes to be. From what we thought coming into this, but Johns has been dominating on his feet as well. I mean, you don't get too much of a bigger underdog at this level than 10-1. 2 Frito burritos, 2 triple. Oh man, you're gonna be going to the bathroom, sir. Pound for pound, Wendy's 5 for 5 deals the best. It's pretty good, man. Luke's butthurt. Boo-hoo. Well, Luke said he quit from MMA fighting. Oh, Johns continuing to get inside on Santiago. Lands some big ground and pound of the body there. Oh, big right uppercut from Johns as Santiago gets up. Guys, we might be on the verge of a huge upset here. 10-1 favorite. 10-1 favorite, Santiago. Richie Santiago, 7-1 out of England coming into this. Mike Johns of the United States, 8-0. Then again, I guess for $1, it's well worth the fight. Yep. Man, I'm going to be putting some more bets up here recently, or coming up here. Oh, nice elbow, left elbow there from Johns. Goes for the overhand right and misses. Oh, but a big 1-2 from Johns. Santiago lands a shot in there, but Johns just, another big right hand from Johns, and Santiago smiles. He might have a broken nose. And wow, big left hook from Johns. Big overhand right from Johns. He's teeing off on the 10-1 favorite Santiago. And everything Santiago throws right now is missing. And Robert Kerrigan in the house. One of the stars of the last 2 years here on Fights of Friends, as well as a lot of the other ones in here. Comedic Genius 7 Wyatt, and Johns got him on the ground. Thought he was going to go for a guillotine choke there for a minute. 30 seconds left. For anybody that didn't hear it earlier, if you're looking To follow along, it's ESPN Plus. John's inside the guard now of Santiago, but 10-1 favorite Johns is absolutely dominating this first round. Not forget about Church's Chicken too. I've never been to a Church's Chicken. There's none around here. I'm going to have to find one. Never seen one anyways. Oh, nice right hook. Couple of left hooks there from Johns, and he made that look easy. He made that look easy. Popeyes. I got to try Popeyes again. I tried them in a mall in Tacoma. It was overpriced and it was super horrible, but everybody keeps telling me how good it is. So I'm going to assume I went to a bad one. So I'm going to have to check out a new one there. Popeyes chicken is the shiznit. Yeah, I had to have gone to a bad one because there's no way that many people would tell me that it was good. And it's not. And I love fried chicken. And I'm really not that picky. I mean, I'll tell you when something's great, or I'll tell you when something's, kind of good, okay, but I'm not picky. But yeah, first time I went to Popeye's Chicken, I mean, it was seriously right there with Long John Silver, which I have no respect for. Oh, wow. Oh, and they rang the bell for 20 seconds left, but then they took about 35. So clock's going to be off again here by, say, about 13 seconds. Nice left hook from Johns to start this and an overhand right. Santiago goes for the head kick. Santiago blocks it. Santiago looks extremely frustrated right now. It's actually exactly 15 seconds off. You're looking to say, oh, big right hand for Johns, and Santiago was dropped. Right behind the jab. Santiago lands a big straight right. Wow. Great timing there from Johns. Floors Santiago, and Johns going for a guillotine here. I don't think he's going to get it. Oh, he might turn this over into a Darce choke, though. Oh, Santiago doing a good job of transitioning out. But is he still hurt? He just got floored. Santiago going forward. Eats a 1-2. Eats an overhand right. And Johns gets another takedown. The 10-1 underdog absolutely dominating this fight in the early going. Only one KFC and Church's Chicken when I was a kid. I used to prefer Church's. It was good old-fashioned. Oh, man. You guys are making me hungry for fried chicken. Only had Popeyes once. It's best chicken I've had in my Oh, dude. A crush on Wendy's. Wendy's is pretty damn good. But they have a place over here. I think it's just the Seattle area. It's actually in the more south area around Tacoma, where there's more black people who know what chicken should taste like. Sorry, white people. But it's called the Zell's Chicken, and it's the best chicken I've ever had. If you're ever in Linwood, Everett, Seattle area, go to Zell's Chicken. If you don't like it, I will personally send you your money back. I get the spicy. Santiago on the back now here from Johns. Got a backpack. It's a little awkward angle. He's sideways here, and Johns dumps him off. Johns gets back on top. Landing ground and pound. Nice left hooks and a couple of elbows there from Johns. Oh, man. Who is not, man? I haven't had fried chicken in a long time, actually, too. Local news episode about the day Popeyes ran out of chicken. Oh, Jesus. I thought I'd pop in and check. Yeah, what's up, T. Davidson? I'm doing good, man. Hey, thanks for coming in. This is the million view episode show, so this is kind of a thanks to you guys. We're going to talk about a lot of what we've done in the last couple of years on this show. Of course, trivia is very hard this week, by the way, so sorry about that. I know Billy's lingering, though. So Robert Kerrigan, be ready. A couple of guys. There's going to be some more boxing in this one. This one's kind of boxing heavy. Hooters has the best view for chicken. And CJ, Hooters gets a lot of flack. They say the food's no good. People just go in there for the looks, which, not bad in a lot of these. But I actually thought their wings were not bad. They're not the best ones. Billy should be banned from trivia. Oh, big elbows here from John's on top, and he's in side control. The 10-1 favorite John's absolutely dominating this match. Video about Popeye says the one white person interviewed is indifferent. Everybody else is complaining. He was like, no big deal. I'll just go get pizza. That's hilarious. 1 minute left. Here, this is clocked 15 seconds off for this round because they started the round late. But, yeah, thanks again for helping me get to the 1 million views and all the support and donations this year. And I got a lot to talk about starting after this fight. Big right hooks there from John's on top. Including some more shows here on Fights of Friends because I am going to be having a lot more time to do this. Thank you, Virtually Identical. Hey, thank you for putting in so much work on Twitter and getting the Facebook group going. Same thing with Billy. Everybody else that's been helping, been posting on there on the Facebook group and everything. I really appreciate it. Big ground and pound to end the round there for John's. And I will put up the Facebook group. If you haven't joined the Facebook group yet, check it out. Like I said, we're going to be doing fight companions on here. I'm going to be showing things that I can't show on YouTube. Not that I'm breaking laws. I'm not. Oh, wow. John's asked him, he says, are you tired? And he says, I'm tired. And his corner just told him, he said, bullshit, you're lying to yourself. All those hours in the gym, and you're going to tell me you're tired right now. You're lying to yourself. Great motivation in the corner. And there is our Facebook group there. And feel free to add me on Messenger because if you guys want to call in during this, we're going to take calls through Messenger and talk about whatever you guys want. Favorite memories over the last few years. And a lot of other things. And Miles' corner urging for the finish. And for whatever reason, it looks like that the clock didn't get right here. So, sorry about that. It is round 3, though. Oh, big right hook from Johns. He just hurt Santiago again. Big left hooks, knees from Johns to the head and the body. He's got that tie clinch on. Beautiful. Big hammer fist from Johns. Wow, that was 30 minutes of extreme violence to start this round off. For Miles Johns, whose corner told him to finish this. He had a deep DA kick. Oh, and Santiago turns him over. Santiago explodes and gets the back of Johns. What a comeback this would be. Johns pops back up. Johns extremely motivated now, though. His corner asked him if he was tired. He said yes, and he said, you're a liar. You're not tired right now. You're not tired. All those hours, you didn't put all those hours in to be tired right now. And Santiago lands some big knees and some big elbows on the head of Johns there. Some of those look like they might have been 12-6. Very close, though. Yes, we need some contracts tonight for sure. All right, guys, if you're looking to sync up, I am at 3:30 right now. Big elbows there from Santiago. Foot stomps from Santiago. John's clinching up, trying to break free here. I'm not sure if he wants to break free or wants to go for the takedown, but Santiego's got a hold of his wrists. Oh, great transition there from Johns to break the wrist control. Santiago goes for a knee to the head, misses. Johns lands a right hand. Santiago lands an overhand right. Johns with a big uppercut. Santiago going for the flying, spinning back fist. Johns ducks underneath, and he gets a big takedown. These guys are fighting like they are literally fighting for their lives right now, not just their career. And Santiago tries to sink on a guillotine, and he rolls Johns over, ends up on top. Santiago with the back. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Going for an arm triangle here, landing elbows to the body, trying to soften Johns up. This would be a huge comeback from Santiago here. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's Santiago this week. I believe he is the reigning, defending bantamweight champion over there in LFA. And the referee stands him up. He's going to call it a stalemate position. I love it. Oh, here we go. Another big left hook there for Johns. Another big left hook. Santiago is completely exhausted. Johns is very tired too, but his corner told him he was a liar, so that may come in handy. Another big right hand from Johns. Oh, and Santiago lands a big right hand. Straight left there from Johns. Oh, big left hook, big right hook to the body for Johns, and he hurt Santiago with that body shot. Johns should pop right back up right here. There you go. You got the guillotine. Pop up, pop up. Don't go for the guillotine. Pop up. Take your left hand out and stand up. Oh, he could have stood up there. Nice elbow there from Johns. Johns needs to stand up right now before Santiago gets a hold of him. He can still push his knees back and stand up. This is a huge mistake right here from Johns if he wants to end this fight. Santiago landed a couple knees in the back, but Santiago is known for having pretty good submissions. Less than a minute left here in the third. Might Rafael Lombardo win the fight? Yes, he did. Huge upset. That's something else we'll talk about here soon. Thank you, Virtual Identical. I did not expect that, man, and I did not expect to hit 1 million views. By the time they had registered all the views from that, I woke up that morning and it said 1,000,008. Oh, and Santiago gets up and he eats a 3-piece and a big left hook. Oh, head kick for Santiago. Don't go for the takedown with 10 seconds left. No, with 10 seconds. All right, here we go. Johns going for a guillotine choke here. Nothing going. He has side control. He's landing elbows there. I think he could have got a crucifix. Oh, this is an amazing fight. I thought the last fight was good. Well, they're going to make up for some contracts this week because I have a feeling that Dana White's handing out 2 contracts for the first 2 fights. That was absolutely amazing. And honestly, we could see both of those guys all 4 of these guys that have fought so far in the UFC. Dana White Contender Series coming out with the fire this week. And yeah, the 1 million views, the 5,000 subscriptions, and I might be changing something with work here soon. You guys all know about restructuring and getting screwed over with the company. Well, after 16 years with the same company, I changed company, and I might be getting screwed over by a restructure for the second time in less than a year. Here, and I'll talk about that here in a minute too. But that's definitely don't want you to feel sorry for me. I want to take that and make it a positive, and just if that's the way it comes down, that gives me more time to do this and add more streams. Here's the scorecards. 30-27. Wow. 2 30-27s, 1 30-26. And there it is. Miles Johns, the 10-1 favorite. Not a whole lot of emotion from him. Wow. Pulls off the 10-1 upset, and he's like, he just has this look on his face like, I told y'all. I'm not surprised, motherfuckers. And his trainer's gonna take a selfie with him here, but you got this, Mike. Let's go. Thank you. Awesome for positive. Love it. RB positive. Thank you, JJ Smith. I'm gonna really need to hit this on all, just on all fronts, though. CJ, I thought you said San Diego was minus 1,050. Minus 1,050 is favorite. That's a 10-1. What's up, Jason Azevedo in the house? It's like a day oneer. I don't know if anybody that is still on our streams. Some of you might have been here as long, but I don't know if anybody has been here longer with us than Jason Azevedo. Plus 750 is an under. Oh, okay. I misunderstood then. Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you, CJ. So I'm spreading fake news here. Miles John says, well, I expected to win. Moves to 9-0, 76 ground strikes versus San Diego. Thank you, JJ Smith. Only been here a year personally. Well, you put in several years worth of work in the last year, virtually. Jason's an OG. So was Comedic Genius. Been around for days. Well, thank you, Jason. And Jason's pretty good on the mic himself. We'll get him back on again. We did a show on my other channel, Mike Reviews It All, where we did a interesting PC versus consoles kind of thing, and Jason was definitely the expert in that one. Larasankos is ridiculous. But I'm going to need your guys' help to help push me on different avenues. If you can. If you can't, I totally understand. If you don't do Facebook and you don't do Twitter, but it really does help me. Like I said, if you join our Facebook group and just follow me over at Fights W Friends, Michael Benedict, but just type in at Fights W Friends, you're going to see the symbol. And when you see the symbol, that's me. If you join and never interact, it still helps me because it gives me credibility when talking to fighters and other people in the community. And Comedic Genius is requesting trivia. So, yes, let's jump out with some trivia. And I said it's going to be hard this week. And, guys, this might be too hard, but I apologize. This is going to be extremely hard this week. Try not to Google, but this is definitely the hardest trivia week ever. All right, so everybody go ahead and refresh your browsers. And we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, I will take either the name of the show or the name of the YouTuber on this one. This is a YouTuber, this answer. This YouTuber shot the video of Conor throwing the dolly through a bus window. He should have asked for money before he handed it over to the UFC. But being on the Joe Rogan Experience might make up for it. Xander Sanders, Will Harris of Autonomy of a Fighter. Will Harris all over it. Or Xander Sanders all over it. I am impressed, sir. Did you watch him on JRE the last couple days, or did you know who he was before? 200 and some thousand subscribers. That guy is nice. Yeah, I listened to it today too. I listened to the entire thing, trying to get bits and pieces, and Man, that guy has spent a lot of money. Went over to Dagestan, stayed with Khabib's family, observed Ramadan, paid for hotels for fighters, paid for meals for fighters. I have a ton of respect for Will Harris. I have talked with him in the past. We'll see if I can even get a hold of him now. We'll see if I can even get a hold of him now that he's been on Joe Rogan. I imagine he's been being inundated with requests right now. But he was nice enough. He talked to me in the past. We had talked about doing each other's shows. Eventually, actually, I requested him, and he said he was open to it now that he's been on Rogan. But it was, for anybody looking at doing a YouTube channel, looking at doing anything, I thought it was one of the most inspiring podcasts I'd ever listened to, because he talked about being at like 46 subscribers, a decent way into YouTube. Joe Rogan talked about, some of his first podcast, being happy to get 10, 12,000 views. And Rogan said his podcast has just really became popular the last 5 years, are profitable. Excuse me. Thank you, Sanders. And yeah, that guy is just, he's living it. I know he doesn't have a family, but he is just 24/7. He lives it. I like Joe, but 3-hour podcast is crazy. Reason I listen to him all, Haterade 9, is I'm allowed to with my work. I put in my earbuds, and my work is, I don't have to deal with anybody. Every once in a while, a customer will try to bug me. I just tell them I don't work there. But other than that, I can literally listen to 8 hours of music and podcasts a day or more. I worked almost 15 hours yesterday. Worked 5 hours on my day off at a second job because, like I talked about, some restructuring at work about 9 months ago. 10 months ago now, I guess. Maybe almost a year. I was working for a grocery store called Grocery Outlet. It's kind of a franchise situation. When the new owner came in, I was management, and he said he couldn't afford me. He said I'd have to take a huge pay cut, or I could be laid off. The pay cut was just ridiculous, so I took the layoff. And then now Frito-Lay is restructuring all of their routes. We all have to reapply for our jobs. Now I'm bottom of the list as far as seniority, and I'm going to have to apply for my old job back and then bid routes, and I'm going to be literally one of the last to go. So I'm a little stressed, but I've been doing this other job, which doesn't pay quite as much, but it's extremely open. Like literally, I can work Monday through Friday. I can work any days I want. If I want to work 1 day a week, I can work 1. If I want to work 5, I can work 5. So, and the pay is comparable since I won't be taking 2 hours driving up and back to Seattle every day. Did you get your position done taken away at Best Buy? I didn't work for Best Buy. No, it's Frito-Lay. They're changing. I was a delivery driver as well for 3 years. So I know that podcast game. Yep. I like it. I like the job I'm at right now, actually. I don't get much interaction, but it's nice that like I said, I can listen to music. I can listen to all kinds of podcasts. Saw some JRE clips about him talking about Marais gas tank and Nagano getting pissed. Damn. Get rid of your moderators. I don't want to grow that way. I like my moderator's message. Thank you, though. Yes, being happy is more important than money. You're absolutely right, Jason Azevedo. And you guys cleaned this channel up so much. It started, Jason probably remembers when this channel, we were getting hit with some trolls, and you guys you guys took care of business. Michael Lombardo, 5-fight win streak, 4 first rounds. Trains at American Top Team out of Coconut Creek, Florida. Of course, one of the best camps in the entire world. He's 8-1 out of Florida. And then Kyle Daukaus, 6-0 out of Pennsylvania. These guys at 185 middleweights. And let's throw a message. Talk it out, yep. Michael Lombardo, 29 years old, 6 feet tall. Kyle Daukaus, 26 years old, 6'3". And Daukaus will have a 4-inch reach advantage at 76 inches. And here we go, guys. First round, kaboom! Oh, wow! Lombardo comes out crack-a-lacking. And a nice low leg kick there from Daukaus and a body kick. And I didn't get it started right away, so time clock again is going to be just 10 seconds off. So Daukaus is the favorite. Oh, big left hook there from Daukaus. Lands on the chin of Lombardo. Nice body kick there from Daukaus too. 30 seconds into this first round. And we've had some incredible fights so far tonight. Daukaus kind of just... Oh, big right hook from Daukaus, but he eats a big right hook from Lombardo. Man, these have been great fights tonight. Daukaus grabbing those wrists of Lombardo, kind of like Robbie Lawler did against Ben Askren. Daukaus goes for the takedown, clinches, and he's out. Daukaus seems so much bigger, not just taller. He looks like a big middleweight. Straight left and a right hook there for Daukaus. Nice low leg kick. And then the combination upstairs from Daukaus. Both men exchanging power shots. Oh, nice left hook there from Lombardo. Straight right and a left hook behind it. Another right hook there for Lombardo. And they exchange hooks. Exchange left hooks there. Oh, both men exchanging power shots. What a great stand-up match so far. And Lombardo going for the takedown here. Daukaus trying to stretch out, trying to keep from going down. Lombardo finally able to get him though. Little 3 minutes now left in this round, so I'm exactly 8 seconds off. Daukaus landed a lot of shots here at the beginning of this round. Now finds himself having a hard time getting up, though. Trying to get a Kimura or a key lock here. I think he's just doing that to stand up, and he does. Lets it go. And foot stomps there from Lombardo. Got to keep it moderated, that's for sure. Hundreds of people in the chat. Yeah, it gets a lot more intense when we have hundreds and even thousands, over 1,000 people in the chat like we had for BKFC. I think we topped out at about 1,500 at a time. So I'm trying to bring up some of my trivia I had earlier. I said, oh, and back to the center of the cage here. Oh, big left hook from Daukaus. A big right hand. Shooting for the guillotine, but Lombardo is shooting for the takedown. I really don't think Daukaus is going to get this guillotine here. And as Michael Bisping's pointing out, butterfly guard, not a great spot to finish a guillotine. And Lombardo fighting out of this pretty easily. Oh, trying to turn it over into a Darce choke, but not able to. Lombardo out. And Daukaus back to his feet, but Lombardo's got his arms around his waist here, trying to drag him down again. MMA junkie, too many trolls. Everyone's an MMA guru. Yeah, I seen they were on doing a like a pre-Dana White Contender Series show. Yep, there you go, Jason. Like what the business is called. Thank you. Oh, wow. That was a bomb from Lombardo. And Daukaus lands a big 1-2 there. And a knee to the body. He's got that clinch. Oh, it's a dangerous clinch. Another big knee to the body from Daukaus. Oh, Lombardo does a great job of blocking that. Daukaus going for a sweep inside now. Oh, and goes... Lombardo looks like was going for the Uchimata, the judo throw there, but Daukaus is just stronger, lands on top of him. Gonna rain down some ground and pound now from side control. Oh, big elbows. There at the end from Daukaus. Another good round tonight, though. I mean, this fight might not be off to as good a start as the first two fights, but they got a lot to compete against. And the fight that I'm looking forward to the most actually has not happened yet. 5 fights, and, you know, the first 2 fights they kind of consider like kind of their undercard. Oh, wow. And Daukaus' corner just told him, when you get off that fence, he says, keep your fucking head in his neck. All right. Here we go. Round 2. And Dana White's looking for a contract. Jab in the left hand from the southpaw there, Daukaus. Michael Lombardo and Kyle Daukaus, 3rd of 5 fights tonight. A nice body shot from Daukaus, but Lombardo unloads at the 5-shot combo there. And Daukaus with a big 1-2 and an uppercut. Big right hand for Lombardo. Left hook lands for Daukaus. Wow, we are being spoiled with the fights tonight. Nice knee to the body there from Daukaus. And we're going to talk about that Luke Thomas job and the situation over there here coming up. For those of you that haven't heard, Luke Thomas no longer employed by the MMA Hour. The MMA Hour, if you don't know, that used to be Ariel Helwani's show. Luke Thomas took over right around a year ago, maybe even a little less than a year ago. And Luke Thomas now jobless. Oh, big knee to the head there from Lombardo. Right after he made some very critical statements of Chael Sonnen, that Chael Sonnen came back and talked about, made videos about criticizing Luke Thomas. And then Luke Thomas again, Luke Thomas again came back and made his own video responding to Chael Sonnen. It got pretty dirty. It got pretty dirty there for a while. There's no doubt. And a little bit of a slowdown. These guys slowing down the pace a little bit here. Lombardo pushing Daukaus up, Daukaus pushing Lombardo up against the fence. A hammer fist. Lombardo swings the fences with the left, misses, lands the right hook. Back to the center of the cage. Oh, big knee from Daukaus in the clinch. And Lombardo eats it. Oh, and he catches the next front kick from Daukaus. And Lombardo going for the takedown now. Daukaus going for this guillotine here, but he might have a better angle on it this time. And Daukaus gets the sweep there. Daukaus kind of grimacing here. I don't think Lombardo's going to get this, but Daukaus is going to get it. Lombardo's out, and he's on top. Luke had me rolling. Yeah, Luke said that Chael Sonnen wasn't one of the greats. He laid out the reasons he wasn't one of the greats, and Chael Sonnen was pretty offended by it. Came out with his video saying, I fought all these top 10 guys, fought former champions in the last 6 fights of my career. Daukaus going for the triangle choke here. Got that rubber guard up high there for a moment. Oh, now it's up high. And Daukaus has his very long legs. Lombardo's still okay right now. But he's got to make an escape plan because he's got his shoulder locked there. Daukaus could end up setting up this triangle for sure. This is pretty tight. He doesn't quite have the head all the way in. There's an arm in from Lombardo, but Daukaus, this is a very strong triangle right here from a big middleweight. Oh, and he's turning it over, and he's turning Lombard into the fence. Oh, landing some big hammer fists and elbows to the head and face of Daukaus, trying to soften him up. Lombardo. I don't know why I keep on getting the names wrong. Sorry. Lombardo has Daukaus completely helpless right now. Oh, and he loses the triangle, but Daukaus going. Oh, now he's back up on it. He was going for an armbar there for a minute. Transitions back to the choke. Now back to looking for an armbar. 25 seconds left in this second round. Let's see what he can do here. I think Daukaus is going to run out of time, but it'll be interesting to see how the judges score that. Even though Daukaus was on his back, he was definitely in control. Oh, Lombardo almost has a triangle and an armbar simultaneously. And he's very lucky that the bell rang there. And let's throw a trivia question out real quick in between rounds. Everybody quickly refresh your browsers. Give you a second. Tough round for Lombardo there. And here we go. Hopefully your browsers are refreshed. Question number 2. I don't usually do this, but since it's a 1 million view show, some of these questions actually pertain to the show and people that have been on here myself. Who's the only boxer to come in as a guest on Fights of Friends? His father was a pretty famous heavyweight. Who is the only boxer that we've had on the show? His father, pretty damn famous heavyweight. Round 3 coming up here. I did not have Joe Frazier on. It wasn't Hopkins. He is a junior, by the way. It was almost an hour interview. It's been a little while back, though. All right. What's the question, comedian? Who is the only boxer to be a guest on Fights of Friends on this show? His father was pretty famous, but I don't want his father. I'm looking for the boxer. It wasn't Roy Jones Jr. or Foreman. Daukaus with the Ichimata here, the judo throw, and ends up on top of Lombardo here in the half guard. Was not Norton. I'm going to cut this one short because I don't want, you guys can look it up easily on the channel on Elbow. I'm going to give you guys the answer. Not Jim Norton, no. It was Hasim Rahman Jr. Hasim Rahman, of course, knocked out Lennox Lewis to become the last undisputed heavyweight champion. Sorry, Haterade. I probably should have given a hint. But Daukaus really working on the stars choke here. I thought, our head and arm, I thought he might have it there for a minute. I'm good friends with Hasim Rahman Jr. Of course, his father knocked out Lennox Lewis in the 4th round. years back when Lennox Lewis was filming Ocean's 11. Big build up to that rematch. You know who Hasim Rahman is? Former undisputed heavyweight champion, had wars, knocked out Lennox Lewis, had several wars with Evander Holyfield. And I think his son could be a former heavyweight champion, but he's coming up slowly right now. On top, big elbows and left hook here. And Daukaus moves to the full mount. Yes, he did. He certainly did flatten Lewis. Boxing is fixed. No need to watch. There is definitely some shady stuff that happens in boxing for sure. I won't. Oh, big hammer fist, right hook, and a left hand there from Daukaus. I told you questions are going to be very hard this week for the Million Views show. But Daukaus in complete control in the ground and pound right now. Oh, wow. Big right hand and a left hook. Big shots from Daukaus. He's got hooks in. He's got Lombardo in a world of trouble here. Rolls over to his back with the hooks in, trying to get the choke there, but not as good a position, I think, as he had there, though. Oh, now he turns back over to the mount. Now going for an arm. Daukaus goes underneath for the choke. Oh, he got under the chin. This might be deep. Daukaus going for the RNC here, and I'm not talking about the Republican National Convention. Oh, misses, but now Daukaus raining down the ground and pound, about 20 shots in a row here. Got the back of Lombardo now, hooks in. No one's called in yet, but I haven't asked for call-ins yet because in between fights here. Oh, big shots here from Daukaus. On the back of Lombardo, and I haven't heard anything from Billy yet, so everybody might have a really good chance this week. Daukaus with like a 6-punch combo there. I'll call in, homie, I emailed you. All right, I'll check out your email, sir. I know you asked me for your email, for my email, which is fightswithfriends@gmail.com for all you guys. If you guys ever want to send me anything cool or something you want to see me cover, like some good video, go ahead and send it to me. Go ahead and email me. Some big ground and pound shots there from Daukaus. Gets the hooks in again here with 30 seconds left. Now he's looking under the chin. He's got time to get this. Now, of course, what Lombardo needs to do is he needs to roll to his right, which he's starting to. Oh, and Daukaus getting that chin underneath. This is very close. Lombardo working to rip that off, but it's very close. Oh, he's sinking it in. Lombardo grimacing. Oh, and he pulls it off. What a tough dude, and he goes the distance. Wow, he was so close to getting that submission. Damn. All right. Yeah, and in between rounds here. Sorry, I was going to check your... the number. Comedic Genius, we're actually going on Messenger tonight because I'm having a hard time with the Google Voice. Everybody that tries to call in, I never end up getting the calls. So I'm not happy with Google Voice right now. I'm looking at some other things, but right now we're going to go with Facebook Messenger. If you're in our group, check out our group right there. If you give me a request to get in the group, let me know, and I will try to hurry up and accept those. And just call me on Facebook Messenger, and I will pick up immediately. If I'd have known before, would have been awesome for the Million View show. I ended up having to work early, but my friend Matt Horowitz is in town in Seattle, and he actually called me up to ask me if I had time to go out today. And it would have been very cool to bring him on the show live, but I didn't end up having plans. He's laid over here in Seattle for about a day and a half on his way to Alaska. And here's the official decision. Wow, 30-25 and 39-26 and 29-27. So scorecards all over the place, but I think the right guy got it with Daukaus. I definitely was 30-25. Damn, 30-25, 30-26, and then a 29-27. So yeah, scorecards all over the place. I should have had Randy Couture Jr. on. I've had Randy on. Well, I haven't had his son on. That doesn't even make any sense. What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me, comedic genius? Didn't even get knocked down. Well, did he get it? Did he go for a takedown with 10 seconds left? That's what it's all about. 3 favorites, all winners so far. Great fights so far, though. I'm a little surprised by the mismatches here, or what looks like mismatches as far as the odds are concerned. Of course, we did have a 7-1 favorite get the only contract last week, or 7-1 underdog, excuse me. And Laris Sanko interviewing the winner here. 0 finishes, all decisions. He says he's disappointed in his performance. He had a 30-25 and a 30-26, but I would say I got to see at least a couple contracts coming out, even without the finishes so far. I've been looking for my rote the last 2 hours. Oh, God, I hate that arcade chaos. So now would be a good time. Anybody that wants to call in, and I will answer on Facebook Messenger. Check out our group there, and just call my messenger. I'll pick it up, and we can talk about, things over the last couple years here on Fights of Friends, things going on in MMA, pretty much anything you guys want to talk about. So, and that's generally what I've used for most of my interviews, either Facebook or Skype. CTE chaos from bumping nest. Oh, jeez. I did have a couple that I did over my phone, but that was Ian Brewster, who I know very well, and Matt Horowitz. Other than that, I generally don't give my personal phone number out. Just because I don't give it out over an online stream anyways, because anybody can get it. Best place to bet MMA. The best place to find all the odds and everything and props, the easiest, I would definitely say, is DraftKings. But then afterwards, sometimes if you look at 5 Dimes or betonsports.ag, sometimes you'll find a little better odds. But DraftKings is my favorite. The format is extremely easy. And a lot of times they end up having the best odds more often than not, as it is. Zane on an 8-fight win streak, warming up in the back. He's 12-7. No closers tonight. Good talent, but no contracts. I think we see at least 2 contracts. DraftKings tax really? Tax the fook out of you? How do they tax you? You have to put your you have Skype, comedic genius? Sorry, man. All right, comedic. Just for comedic genius, I will track you down and kill you if you give this out. But I'm going to email you back my personal cell phone number. And I'll play that through the mic here. Not putting that in stream, though. So check your email. And that's worked out decent with Billy when he's been on Skype or on the phone, setting the phone up with the mic there. Zach, Zane, and Gonzales coming up here. Zach, Zane, Justin, Gonzales coming up. Let's throw out a quick trivia question in between here. Another one that you're going to be rewarded for being a veteran of the show on this one. Go ahead and refresh your browsers. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't have any locks this week. Sorry. Yeah, that sucks, man. I don't have any locks on that card. I'm looking for my locks right now. All right, here's the next question. This keeper of the multiverse is good friends with Mayhem Miller, and has had several appearances on Fights with Friends. This keeper of the multiverse is friends with Mayhem Miller, and has been on Fights with Friends several times. There, Billy Hughes in the house. Yes, it is Matt Horowitz. Billy's just like a sniper. Hasn't said anything the whole thing, just sitting there waiting. Comedic genius, that's another good guess. Smiling Sam, of course, he's been on here several times, but Matt Horowitz only says God bless the multiverse when he comes on. So I was disappointed I didn't get to spend the day with him today because that was he was here in Seattle. I wish I wouldn't have had plans. He's a really fun guy to hang out with. All right, so far out of the first 3, Xander Sanders has 1,000 points. Billy has 1,000 points. And it looks like they're doing a lot of build-up for these two fighters, so I'm going to throw out another trivia question right now. Go ahead and refresh your browsers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is a tough one, guys. I might have to give some clues. This German heavyweight boxer won the heavyweight title from Jack Sharkey by low blow disqualification when Jack Sharkey was disqualified for low blows and lost his title to this German heavyweight boxer. I know, Arcade Chaos. I told you they were hard this week. I told you they were hard, and I tried to get some more boxing ones on here this week. Wow, Haterade 9, that was quick. I don't even think it. Max Schmeling, you are correct, sir. Who, of course, later had a brutal feud that was more about the public than anything with Joe Louis during World War II. But yeah, Haterade 9-bit. Wow, I was surprised you guys got that one so quick. I am impressed, but Haterade 9 gets it. So now 3,000 points given out, and 3 different people got it. So sweet. Justin Gonzales out of Denver, Colorado, making his way to the cage right now. He is 9-0. He'll take on Zach Zane, who is 12-7. And these are 145ers, so featherweight. Let's go, Colorado. Nice. All right. Well, I'll throw out another trivia question in between rounds here. Who wins, Hellboy or Son of Satan? Oh, Jesus. That's intense. Eight-fight win streak from Zane. He was just 5-7 in his career. 4-7. 4-7 in his career. Then he pulls out 8 in a row. That is crazy. Gonzales minus 475 favorite. Thank you, CJ. It's almost 5-1. Communicate just got home, kicking back. Zane, like we said, 8-fight winning streak, 100% finish rate in his wins, 3 knockouts, 9 submissions. Trains at Black House MMA, so obviously halfway through his career, he's significantly improved his jiu-jitsu game. Zane, 29 years old, 5'7". Justin Gonzales, 28 years old, 5'9". And Gonzales has the 3-inch reach advantage at 72 inches. Both men weighed in at 146. All right, round 1. Here we go. For the contract. There's a delay here. I don't know what happened. Of course, I started my fight clock and all right, let's see if I can fix it anyways. God, they were like a minute behind. That was craziness. All right, guys. Well, this is going to be up. Oh, wow. Big right hand over the top from Gonzales. And he is raining down some brutal ground and pound. Gonzales coming out like a man possessed. A lot of energy burned by Gonzales in those first 20 seconds. So obviously going for and I'm 15 seconds off, 13 seconds off. Sorry, because they took so long. It's actually 13 seconds and more than that. 4:20 right now. First round. And Gonzales, big takedown there, slams Zane, but into the guard of Zane there. Yeah, I'm a big Pantera fan, man. That's some of the best workout music too. And now Gonzales on top. Just inside the guard of Zane. Not a lot of action here. Hopefully they stand him up quickly. Nice right hook from the top there from Gonzales, but Zane able to get back up here. Gonzales pushing Zane into the fence here. Foot stomp there from Zane. Nice knee to the body there from Zane. Elbow from Gonzales. But Gonzales just seems like he came out and used way too much energy in the first 20 seconds of this fight and didn't get that finish. Now he's paying for it. Oh, big spinning elbow lands for Zane. Big right hand lands for Gonzales. And wow, Zane, he is swinging like some kind of crazy street fighter. Misses both of them. Gonzales gets his back now for a second. Knee to the head there from Gonzales. 40 is the same old 30s. I like that committee genius since I just turned 40 in September. Oh, nice knee to the body there from Gonzales. And he squares up. Double underhooks here for Gonzales. Let's see if he's able to do anything with it. Referee saying, let's get busy. Nice right elbow there from Gonzales in the clinch. I like everything, Billy, from metal to hip-hop to rap to, well, all the way back to the Doors. Nothing really before then, probably. Doors and Hendrix. That's hilarious, Arcade. And another takedown here from Gonzales. Moves into side control, and I don't know why he decided to move into half guard there, but he had the back of Zane there for a minute. Zane pops back up. Love Susan Boyle. Oh, Jesus. I don't want to make fun of anybody's look. She seems like a nice person. I'm happy for her. And Gonzales pulls Zane to the ground here again. Side control in the back. Gonzales, if he's expecting to get a contract, might want to be a little more exciting, though. Nice knees to the body there from Gonzales. Zane pops up. I mean, if you are denied a contract for going for a takedown with 10 seconds left, Gonzales doesn't seem to have a chance. Hip-hop died 10 to 12 years ago. I listened to some of the older guys that were big 10 to 12 years ago, if I listened to it. But, yeah, pretty much everything I listen to is about 10 to 12 years old, Arcade. I agree. I pretty much agree with you. Ludacris, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Wu-Tang Clan, somebody said. DMX. Last seconds here of the first round. Susan Boyle and Riff Raff had a child. Oh, wow. Big elbow. Or it was a right hand there at the end. You could hear that. And 50 Cent had some good albums, but not like his last 3 albums kind of sucked. So, yeah, I think you're pretty much right. Maybe a few exceptions, but I don't know if there are. Arcade Chaos. All right, throw out a trivia question in between rounds. Hurry up and update your browsers. Who was Muhammad Ali's... I'll give you a few... Who was Muhammad Ali's first fight back after his suspension? It was against the number 1 contender for the title. Who was the number 1 contender? After he was suspended for not fighting in Vietnam, of course, Muhammad Ali came back and fought the number 1 contender. Who was that? Who was the number 1 contender? All right, here we go. Round 2. Oh, big body kick. Out of the gate there for Zane. Is not Foreman. Billy Hughes, you are correct, sir. It was Jerry Corey. Oh, nice low leg kick there from Zane, but Gonzales gets the takedown. Lands a big hammer fist there. Oh yeah, gotta listen to some Tupac. Oh, and Gonzales has the back here, landing hammer fists and rights. Just hasn't been able to make a valid attempt at ending this fight, although he has been pretty dominant. Steps on the instep there of Zane does Gonzales. Now here's something you never see people do is step on that calf when somebody's down. I mean, I know it sounds brutal, but it is legal. Knees to the back of the thighs there from Gonzales. He tries to drag Zane down to the ground. Nate Dogg, yep. Warren G. Regulators, that's one of the greatest albums ever. Oh, big left hooks here from Gonzales. Left and right hooks. He's got a lot of time to finish this. Big uppercuts. 320. A little over 320 left in this round. Knees to the back of the thighs there from Gonzales. Kanye, yeah, his early stuff for sure. Kanye's had a couple decent. Rage Against the Machine, I didn't consider them hip-hop, but yeah, they're right there in my top couple. I have a hard time deciding between Metallica and Rage, but those are my top two favorites. Big elbow there from Gonzales and gets another takedown. Oh, and he's got Zane's back. Was going for a choke there, doesn't get it, but lands a couple of big rights to the temple and some uppercuts. This is some really brutal ground and pound from Gonzales. These are very hard shots. He could knock Zane out with these shots. I was never a big Vanilla Ice fan, but Ludacris, yes, for sure. Too Short and NWA. Big lefts and rights. Gonzales just... Oh, now he goes for the choke. He's underneath. Oh, I think he's got it. Oh, wait. He lets go one hand, though, to continue with the ground and pound. I thought Gonzales had this. Oh, he's got one hand underneath. He needs to hook. Here it is. I'm going to show you guys when you get that hook. One hook underneath. I'm going to show you guys. You get one hook underneath. Now you're going to take the other hand like this, put it under your arm, and you're going to act like you're flipping somebody off. That's how you remember it. Then you're going to take this hand and you're going to wrap it around the back of the head. And you're going to choke pretty much anybody out. Back to their feet. Yeah, I'm really pissed about that Arcade Chaos. That's really screwing up my concert plans as well, which I'll talk about in between rounds. Me and young David and my daughter. That thong, huh, comedic? Oh, wow. Another big combination there from Gonzales. And Zane pops up. Yeah, Busta Rhymes had some good ones, Billy Hughes, for sure. Nice knees to the back of the arms there for Gonzales. Whoa, and Zane swings around with a wild back fist. Doesn't get it, though. And Gonzales gets the takedown. Got his back again. Does Gonzales, and he pulls it off. Just about 30 seconds left in this second round. Oh, Bone Thugs and Hard, definitely. Bones and Thugs, definitely a good one. Never listened to too much Wyclef Jean. But, oh, big hammer fist there for Gonzales. Oh my God, comedic. Oh, big right hands here. Oh, just brutal shots here. Oh, wow. Referee was really looking at stopping that, but he lets it go on. And honestly, it kind of seems like Zane's taking a lot of unnecessary punishment here. Favorite songs, Lil Wayne and Wyclef. She used to be the sweetest girl. I did see Lil Wayne once. I went to see Blink-182, but I didn't go there to see Lil Wayne. I haven't heard much of his stuff. Yeah, so concerts. So I've been trying to get young David to go to concerts. And he tells me, he says, Dad, I'm fine with just listening to things on the radio, but I run out of stuff to get him. I don't want to get him all video games. Which, I mean, I guess that's what he wants. But he is a huge Ozzy fan. His two favorite artists are not anything alike each other, maybe, but they are Ozzy Osbourne and Elton John. So I was not able to get the Elton John tickets. They sold out very quickly. People were scalping them for literally $5,000. It was pretty sickening, to be honest. And then we ended up getting Ozzy tickets. So we were supposed to go this July, actually, here in a few weeks, and then Ozzy Osbourne ended up with pneumonia, had some complications from an old four-wheeler accident. Oh, big shots here from Zane, but Gonzales gets the takedown again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, comedic genius, but it was Ozzy Osbourne and Megadeth. This is the concert of all concerts that we end up getting for his first concert. So Ozzy has to cancel the date, and they push it ahead a year. So we still have tickets, but it's for July of 2020. Then this week, Ozzy slowly recovering, saying he'll be back. And then they're playing with Megadeth. Like I said, this week, Megadeth's lead singer, Dave Mustaine, announces he has throat cancer. So seems to be jinxed. Oh, big left hook and a right hand there from Gonzales. He's been working as hard as he can for this finish. Nice knee to the body there from Gonzales. That's amazing Ozzy's made it as long as he has. Have a live stream, more people calling, and battle rap each other. That if people are honestly interested in that, I will do that. We'll do it on mic. I bet nobody's ever done anything like that. Are you seriously? Oh, this would be freaking awesome. We're doing it. We're figuring this out. I'm going to do it on my other channel because I need to get some more people over there on mic reviews at all, and it's not really to do with fighting. But that's a promise, guys. Unless I die or something, we are going to do a battle rap. Oh, man. A nice step over for Gonzales. Gets the back immediately, but Zane gets up again, squares up against the fence, and now we are back here up against the fence. These guys most likely are not getting a contract, even though Gonzales has been very dominant. Slams Zane to the ground there again. Right uppercut. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. We will definitely do battle raps. Brainstorm subject. Yep, there you go. Hey, got a little time to brainstorm some subjects. So, 8 Mile caused millions of white kids to practice battle rap. Yep. I have been pondering, and tell me what you guys think. I've been pondering doing an entire breakdown in rap form. For the main card of a UFC card. Doing all the predictions for the main card. And breakdowns in rap form. Kind of like John Jones. I'm the GOAT. If you're up with me, I'm going. Oh, I'll remember that, Arcade. Nice knee to the body there. Right hooks from Gonzales. Oh, big shots from Gonzales. Knees to the head. Big right hooks. I mean, he's been doing everything he possibly can to try to get this finish. He's just not able to pull it out on Zane. Zane's a tough dude. Just not put up much offense. He's just surviving. Just surviving. Both these guys breathing heavily right now. I mean, there's no doubt that Gonzales is winning every one of these rounds. We might even see some more 30-25. Another 30-25 on this one. But, nice jumping elbow there from Gonzales and knees to the body. Just around a minute left here in the fight. Oh, big right hook there from Gonzales. Big knee to the body. Left hook and a right uppercut. What is holding Zane up? This boy's taking some damage. Gonzales with another takedown here. Zane throwing up the triangle attempt here, but Tony Ferguson named his parents. What's up, Busy Snow? Oh, big overhand right and lefts here from Gonzales. I've never heard of anyone doing an online rap battle. We're gonna have to figure that out. I think this could be pretty good. Oh, big elbows and right hooks, and both men swinging for the fences at the bell here. I cannot believe Zane is standing. He can barely stand. I mean, he beat that guy like a murder victim. And somehow Zane finishes it. Finishes the round at least. Arcade, your rhymes have everyone in misery. My rhymes will go down in history. King of stream, everyone else. This hope is just a dream. Oh, I cannot wait for this. This is going to be incredible. We've got to set up a date. We've got to do it right, though. I got to get the good. I got to get good graphics, everything. Advertise this on Twitter and the Facebook group. Showtime versus Nate. My favorites go to war. Zane, Justin Gonzales. Absolute domination. The domination nation. Justin Gonzales. 12 takedowns. 123 total strikes to 16. I don't know if he gets a contract out of that because he didn't get the finish, but it doesn't get much more dominating than that. Let's not insult other people, please. Oh, I see. All right, Bill, busy snow. I see. Trying to, it's a rap battle. I'm slow today. Guess this is swing for the fences, but sad for him. I have the best defenses. Big domination for Justin Gonzales, but the main event coming up, light heavyweights, guys, heavy hitters, Tony Johnson and Alton Cunningham. Alton Cunningham, I believe, comes into this as the LFA light heavyweight champion. And, of course, a lot of the talent coming out of the Dana White Contender Series coming from LFA. Imagine having guidelines like not insulting people or their families while you battle rap them. That would be a challenge and a half. Not very fun either, I would say. That it would be hard. It would be harder, wouldn't it? Couple of songs on my channel recorded about 15 years ago. All right, well, go ahead and put up your link to your channel, Arcade Chaos. You've been on here long enough. Feel free to put up the link to your channel. People, go check you out. Subscribe to Arcade Chaos. Show your support for the fights with friends, family. Billy Hughes looking hopefully eventually to get into the YouTube game. I don't know if Wyatt's still on here. I know a lot of you guys are subscribed to Wyatt Matheson, but he does a great job with his videos. Love watching speed battle raps. They are amazing. If anybody can kill that like minute and a half of the fastest rap on Eminem Rap, I would be extremely impressed, because I'll tell you, I've tried it in private and it's absolutely horrible. All types of battle raps and flow. There is definitely a talent to rapping quickly and with talent and with a good flow, the Arcade Chaos. Chris Delish can. A lot of people can. I'm just saying definitely not everybody can. Let's throw another trivia question out here. All right, guys. Next question. Go ahead and refresh your browsers. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. This is not going to be an easy question. again. Teddy Atlas recently had said Deontay Wilder has Thor's hammer. There was actually a former boxer heavyweight that went by Thor's hammer. He said he had Thor's hammer. Who was the original Thor's hammer? He was a heavyweight. In his time, he was a pretty popular heavyweight, but it's been a minute. Jesus, Arcade Chaos. That is dark. Let's bring some sunshine to Arcade's life. Is not Lewis. Not Lennox Lewis. I will give you a clue. It is back further than that. I believe this man fought Floyd Patterson. Jesus Christ, Billy, did you seriously not Google that? Holy shit. Billy Hughes, Ingemar Johansson. Now I know you don't have a life, Billy. It is official. Billy has absolutely no life. Yeah. I really didn't expect anybody to get this. It's on the HBO Boxing Podcast. With Jim Lampley. That's a good podcast. By the way, I actually remember watching some of the older fights of Ingemar Johansson. I'm really was obsessed with that time for a while. Between Joe Louis and the end of Muhammad Ali's career, with Floyd Patterson and Lennox Lewis and Ingemar Johansson. And then, of course, Joe Frazier and George Foreman, Kenny Norton. So many greats during that time. Oscar Bonavena. I could go on. But, all right, Billy, as of right now, Michael Bisping says 2 contracts. So we'll see how many contracts Dana ends up giving out. Main event coming up. Light heavyweights, including the LFA light heavyweight champion. Excuse me. Let's throw another trivia question out there. Yeah, that was crazy. This one might be a little easier. It does have to deal with the show, though. So everybody refresh your browsers. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is not Randy Couture. This crazy fighter hung up on me during an interview. I'll take his nickname or his last name. Only guy to ever hang up on me in 2 years of Fights with Friends. What fighter got pissed off and hung up on me on Fights with Friends? I know Jason knows this one. Last name or nickname? There it is. Crazy Horse, Comedic Genius. I said nickname on that one because of the reason he hung up on me. Of course, because I called him Crazy Horse. So that one goes to Comedic Genius. Billy was right behind him. Yep, don't call him Crazy Horse. You are right. But all right, quickly. probably the only guys that are going to get this are the ones that have been around for a while. But refresh your browsers. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. There was one 420 show. Nope. There was one day where I fought 2 fighters that were fighting each other. And the beef for that fight became extremely intense compared to what it was before that. What I'm looking for was the guy, and Charles Bennett was one of them. Who was his opponent for that match? We actually ended up doing the live stream. It was the only time that Pornhub, believe it or not, did an MMA event. It was not Vanderlei Silva. Pornhub did an MMA event. This guy fought Charles Bennett. He's a good friend of mine now. But their interviews, talking trash against each other on this show, made that feud way more toxic than it ever was before those interviews. And a victory speech actually ended up getting put into the biggest 10 poor sport moments in MMA history, although I don't agree with that. Who was Charles Bennett's fight in that? Tony Johnson, 3-fight win streak, pro boxing record of 10-1, trains at AKA, he's out of San Jose, California. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted my own independent short film. You should make one, Arcade Chaos. All right, who was, and he's been on this show, not just in that interview, but he also stops in and says hi every once in a while. Not Cooper. What's up with Fedora? Okay, I'm going to give you a nickname or a clue. He goes by the Iron Lion. That is his nickname. Alton Cunningham, the LFA light heavyweight champion, making his way to the cage right now in Memphis, Tennessee. Known as the Iron Lion. Also have his own YouTube channel. Owns a dojo over there in Florida. Back-to-back wins after losing on Dana White Contender Series Season 2. Week 4 for Alton Cunningham. It's not Pfister. 100% finish rate. All 7 by knockout. 3 first-round finishes from Alton Cunningham. It is not Leon. It's not Leon Edwards. Cameron Miller in the house. What's up, Cameron Miller? I have not seen you in a while, but yes, it is. My friend Bruce Lutch-Medial. And after the fight, in front of all those people, Charles Bennett, even though he lost, was getting some playing to the crowd, getting some cheers from the crowd, and Bruce ended up grabbed the mic and told everyone, "Boo this man." He told him, "Boo this man," which ended up getting him on that infamous video of worst sports in MMA history. And it was all in this show. Oh, wow. These guys are coming out. Flying knee lands for Johnson. Wow. Both these guys landing bombs out of the gates. Big right hands and uppercuts from Johnson. Oh, wow. This is not going to last long. Johnson throwing right hand bombs. Cunningham's already landed a couple of them. Knee to the body from Cunningham. Big knee from Johnson. Back to the center of the cage. Head kick lands for Cunningham and an overhand right. Left hook and a right here for Johnson. Oh, and a big low leg kick. Big right hook there for Johnson, who is on the kill. Cunningham goes for the takedown, gets Johnson to a knee here. And the one thing is Johnson, he exerted a lot of energy in a short amount of time. Big knee to the body there for Cunningham. Yeah, I assumed Cunningham would be a big favorite in this one. Johnson's landed some bombs so far, though. Nice knee to the body there from Cunningham. A left hook from Johnson. Not Bobby Green. Cameron Miller already got it, Billy. It was Bruce Lutch medial. Oh, big right uppercut there from Johnson. Cunningham clinching. Cunningham leaning on Johnson here. And this is the main event. First couple minutes were exciting, but hopefully Johnson didn't blow his wad here in the first couple of minutes. Oh, big combination from Cunningham. Right hand, left uppercut, straight left. And back to the center of the cage for the two light heavyweights. Bones towers over Thiago. Oh, yes, he does. Straight left and a big overhand right from Johnson and catches Cunningham with a left hook coming in. KJ Nunes. It was Bruce Lutch medial, Billy. Billy's going to keep guessing, though. He can't handle not getting the question correctly. And one of those wild strikes Santos throws will catch Jones right on the chin on the temple, introducing the Sandman. Santos can certainly knock anybody out, man, as can both heavyweights on this Saturday. Finally here, Francis Ngannou versus Junior Dos Santos. I cannot wait, guys. It's going to be absolute fireworks. Back to the center of the cage. Big left hook, right hand. Huge combination from Cunningham. Knees to the body. Oh, big right hand from Johnson. Just hurt Cunningham. And a knee to the body. These guys are just exchanging bombs. Benedict said, boo this man after a couple fights. But it was Bruce Lutch medial that said it on this one. Oh, so maybe he was making fun of Bennett. I think he was 4 years old when Charles came out. And thank God a couple months ago. Jesus. Nice knee to the body there from Johnson. Lands a big right uppercut. Keeps catching. Keeps catching Cunningham coming in, does Johnson. And God, I love my Roku, but these things suck batteries like crazy. The voice control just told me my battery was at 0%. Nice knee to the body there for Cunningham. Big knee from Johnson. The only time I use it is for these streams, and I bought it around December, and this is going to be the third set of batteries. Duracell, too. Other than that, I like my Roku, though. Oh, nice right hook there from Cunningham. Johnson comes back with a right hook. Ah, gotcha. Jaws. No, oh, wow. Nice takedown there from Cunningham. Just swings him down. Or from Johnson pops right back up, though. Lands a left hook. Johnson back with a big left hook. Both men landed a lot of hard shots in this round. Oh, another big right hand left hook there from Cunningham. Johnson with a big right hook. I'd be surprised if this one goes the distance. But no, oh wow, that is a very, very, very bad swelling on the eye of Cunningham. That's enough. That could stop this fight. I'm not sure he can see out of it. I didn't even notice that, and that is very, very bad. The referee's gonna want to have the doctor look at that immediately. But no, Bruce Lutch medial, me and him, I mean, he kind of poured his heart out on the show and in conversations before. We actually became friends where we talk on a regular basis. Super nice guy, but his brother had just committed suicide. And this is where I said I could not be a fan of Charles Crazy Horse Bennett anymore because he said, I don't do that suicide shit. And then literally made fun of Bruce for his brother committing suicide. Said his brother was weak and that he doesn't do that suicide shit. So, I mean, obviously that upset me even quite a bit. I can just imagine how much it upset Bruce. All right, here we go, round 2. Cunningham lands a couple of body shots in for the clinch work here. Oh, Cunningham going for the takedown here again. They're going for an Ichimata, going for a judo throw. Not able to get it though. Right hook to the body there from Johnson, who's landed some really big shots in this match. Nice right hook to the body there from Cunningham. Just like when Betch Kohea made fun of Ronda Rousey's fight. Yeah, that was horrible. Oh, wow, and they're exchanging bombs again. Big right hook from Cunningham, but Johnson comes back with a bigger one. You could just hear the thuds on these guys, and Cunningham's eye tells the whole story there. I mean, it looks like it's going to explode. That swelling is so bad. I mean, we just about have an Asim Rahman, Evander Holyfield situation here. Looks like he got hit with a hammer. No, I was extremely pissed. I almost hung up on it. It was really hard for me to continue the interview. And then after Bruce had listened to it, I mean, it was, just that much more fire, of course. Flame on the fire. Next week, Bisping, Rashad going to the UFC Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's going to be a lot. That's going to be a lot of fun. That is very cool. I'm happy for both of them. Kung Fu Hustle and all. Oh, Jesus, Haterade 9. That might be like one of my all-time favorite martial arts movie. They're coming out with Kung Fu Hustle 2 this year. Oh, nice left uppercut there. Another uppercut there lands for Johnson. And he has landed some great shots and even good shots in the clinch. But has Johnson, but he just cannot keep Cunningham off of him. Referee should break this. This is a stalemate here. And now John Anik says this is largely a stalemate. Referee says, let's see some action, guys. He should have just broke him there. There's nothing's happening here, ref. Oh, now they break free. And a right hook, left hook combination lands for Cunningham, and then a right hook for Johnson. 2:10 left in this second round, and I said that this fight would not go the distance. We are just past the halfway point, though. Cunningham going for the takedown here. Johnson doing a good job defending it. But the ref's just letting Cunningham ride Johnson around the fence, all the way around in a circle while doing absolutely nothing. And now the corners are telling the referee he's not doing anything. He says he's not doing anything, he's only holding. They told the referees, you got to work in there. Nice knee to the body there from Cunningham. Got the takedown, dude. You won't get a contract this way. Nope, exactly. I don't like Fitzpatrick Bisping and announcer pairing. What's up, Rob Iman? I'm seeing you on. Nice elbow. There from Cunningham. I like Bisping anytime, but yeah, I'm not sure I care for this particular combination. Cunningham gets a nice takedown. Oh, and Johnson piecing him up here. Right hook, left hook, and then an uppercut. Every time Cunningham gets just a little bit of space, I mean, he's landing bombs. Big elbow, big left elbow in the clinch there from Cunningham. Another elbow and a right uppercut, left hook. Big right hand there from Cunningham. If you give this guy an inch of space, he's landing bombs. I would like to see him fight against somebody that doesn't hold the whole time. And I'd like to see him in there with a referee that's not going to allow someone to hold someone against the fence and do absolutely nothing the entire thing and not break them. This referee is ridiculous right now. This is... I cannot understand. Oh, wow, and they exchange bombs there. Big combination. It's too little, too late. 2 rounds in. Baeza gets a contract. 5 fights, no finishes, no killers equals. I think we're gonna see at least. I think we're gonna see 2 contracts tonight at least. There hasn't been a lot of finishes, but there's been guys that have fought some tough competitions and really pushed the action and pushed for the finish, which is what Dana White says he wanted to see in that first fight. He actually stood up and gave him a standing ovation. So I really have to assume that means he liked the fight. Maybe it means he's a greedy bastard and he's happy that he doesn't have to give out another contract, though. Oh, doctor looking at that eye here. I was trying to get the clock on just right, but... All right. Here we go. Jeez, and they took forever. So, I mean, 10 seconds behind. It's actually just started at 4:50 on here, but... Cunningham going for the takedown here. Again, pushing Johnson against the fence. Of course, Johnson wants to break free and land some more of those bombs. Cunningham lands a big right hook. Another right hook for Johnson. Big knee there for Cunningham up against the fence. And I said I would be surprised if this one makes it the whole thing. I really hope it doesn't. Cunningham with another takedown here. And some big ground and pound. 3 big rights and a knee to the head as Johnson pops back up. Oh, Cunningham picks him up and slams him right down on the canvas there again. That eye is horrible. I can't believe they didn't stop it, though. Hoping Gonzales from Colorado gets a contract. I was hoping Tony Johnson would. This guy's got tremendous power. This referee just really allowed Cunningham to hang on him against the fence for a very long time when he should have broke it up. I mean, now he gets a couple takedowns this round. But Ryan LaJames, let's not do that. Cunningham on top of Johnson, raining down the ground and pound here. Fight doctor sleeping. Oh, yeah, that's about as... If he's not going to stop that, and what fight's he going to stop? That's about as bad as an eye can get. There's no way he can see out of that. And Johnson, God, he's fighting for everything he wants. I want to see him get the contract. He's landing big elbows even off his back. And now Johnson landing some big ground and pound here, but he cannot stand with Johnson whatsoever. Nice knee to the body there from Johnson. Thank you, Billy Hughes. Oh, Johnson throws another elbow there. Cunningham able to duck underneath it, though, and just hanging on Johnson again here. Good takedown defense there from Johnson, but he needs to break free. Cunningham has double underhooks here. Oh, now, wait, excuse me. Cunningham has one underhook, but Johnson leaning in, trying to get the takedown. Cunningham doing a good job blocking the arms. This is called the stalemate. Somebody teach this referee how to referee a fight. This is one of the worst refereeing jobs I've seen. Oh, wow. And Cunningham lets the hands go there. Lands a 5-piece. Johnson comes back with right hook and a left uppercut there. Who would have thought that after 2 weeks, the highlight would be fight-ending leg kicks? Not me, Haterade 9. So Born Dana won't have either guy back to another Contender Series. Yeah, just because you finished definitely doesn't mean that Dana's going to sign you to a contract, too. There's a lot of guys he signed that didn't finish and a lot of guys that finished that he didn't sign. Yeah, this is... Herzog's like, he's asleep at the wheel tonight. I have no idea what he's doing tonight. He's usually a good referee, and he's usually pretty good at breaking. Finally, he breaks some, but what? Holy shit. Unfortunately, it looks like Johnson is tired, even though he's been landing bombs this whole time. Nice right hand. Oh, they both land bombs there. A big right uppercut from Johnson. Cunningham gonna hold again. Break him immediately. Just break him. Every time Cunningham hangs on him, you know he's not going to do anything. Big elbow and a left hook and a right hand there from Johnson. I mean, he's just doing everything he can to land strikes here. Guys, I'll tell you what, I'd love to see Johnson in a bare knuckle match, though, because he has some tremendous power. Johnson's just been hanging on him the whole time. Oh, nice exchanges there. Finally, needed the body there from Johnson. Big right hand from Cunningham. Flying knee from Cunningham. Oh, and a big bombs from Cunningham at the bell. But for most of that fight, yeah, he did seem disinterested. If his goal was to go out there and win a fight and win all 3 rounds and not have a shot in hell at impressing Dana White and getting a contract, I give him an A for effort. I mean, he couldn't have done much better of a job than winning a fight and definitely not losing. That eye is insane. Who wants some chicken wings? Oh, that sounds delicious, Wyatt. Everybody keeps talking about fried chicken. My God, I'm going to have to get some fried chicken. I really don't want to drive, though, guys. Everything's like 5-10 miles from me. I might end up hitting Uber Eats. And guys, like I was talking about, and I'll talk about a little bit more here coming up. Dana White going back, making his decisions. He doesn't even want to hear the decision, so you know Dana White doesn't give a shit about this fight. How many contracts does everybody think will be given out? I'm going to say 2, though. Tony Johnson gets it. You know what? I would like to see Tony Johnson in the UFC. Thank God that these referees could tell that he was landing strikes the entire time. Even though Alton Cunningham was hanging on him the entire time, he was doing jack shit. I completely agree with that decision. I didn't think it was going to happen. I want to see Tony Johnson in the UFC. This kid has tremendous power. Anybody think Paul Craig can beat Alonzo? I'm going to go with hell nah. I was looking at that one, Wyatt. You know I like to parlay these favorites. And honestly, I haven't talked myself into pulling the trigger on Menifield. I think Paul Craig might have a chance. I'm going to have to watch some fight footage because I could be way out in left field. But guys, this economy right now absolutely sucks. Like I said, they're doing restructuring with me for the second time in 2 jobs. Very glad throughout my career that I put away for retirement. Guys, it's never too late or too early to put away for your retirement. You don't want to be 65 years old, homeless, eating cat food in the middle of San Francisco, having bums piss on you. You gotta invest in your future, and you gotta do it, guys. What better place to do it than with Robinhood? Going to start you off with a free stock. Robinhood has free trading. The only ones that I know of that have absolutely free trading for stocks, ETFs, even cryptocurrency. And now they've made Robinhood Premium $5 a month. I used to pay $10 a trade with E-Trade for 2 the second trading. And Robinhood is now going to do 2 the second trading for $5 a month. If you know anything about investing, you know how absolutely incredible of a deal that is. We're starving last night once. A 7-Eleven got some of their hot wings, breaded hot wings. I still have them. I'm over that. Oh, God. 7-Eleven is not a good choice for food, man. That's the bottom of the barrel. I might just go to home. I just might go to bed hungry. And Tony Johnson says, I was thinking in the locker room the entire time, this fight changes my life. I like him. I like Tony Craig. I mean, it's not his fault that guy was hanging on him the entire time. Still was able to do enough damage to win the fight. But I don't see this any difference than a guy that just runs the entire time. Just eat an apple. Apple doesn't taste like fried chicken. But it would be better than 7-Eleven. I don't have any junk food in the house. That's been a blessing lately, Billy. I actually have to go out and buy the junk food. So, and why would I do that? And we are waiting for contracts in the back. Dana White making his decisions. And guys, this is not available for a whole lot longer. But if you get bored, like I may be soon, as I might be about to be basically unemployed, make sure you go to Sling and check that out. So much stuff to watch. Me and my daughter watched a ton of movies on there on their DVR the other day, and I've been incensed with that. After 48 hours, I've literally watched over 60 of them. There's like 180 episodes. It's an unhealthy obsession. But it's there on Sling TV with a bunch of other stuff. And it's not going to be very much longer that they're going to have 3 months for $10 a month. Actually, my 3 months is up and it just went to $25 a month for me. So I need to make a new email. Remember a worse main event than Jermaine versus Aspen? That was pretty bad, man. I can remember a worse co-main event, but I don't know if I can remember a worse... Not in the UFC. I would say Dada 5000 versus Kimbo Slice from Bellator definitely gives it a run. Gives it a run for their money, though. I think we're going to see a couple contracts. I say we see 2 contracts minimum. And I like Tony Johnson. They need light heavyweights. The guy has a ton of power. I also like... I liked Miguel Baeza and Victor Reyna in that first fight, and I almost guarantee you that Baeza's getting a contract because Dana stood up and gave him a standing ovation. Kyle Daukaus did everything he could to finish. was very impressive against Michael Lombardo. Francis Lewis was, yeah, that's what I was thinking about for co-main. Guessing 3 contacts, Gonzales, Brazil, and John. Let's throw another trivia question out while we're waiting. Everybody refresh your browsers. What's up, Rob Hyman? Light heavyweight could be interesting with Bones likely jumping into 220. He hasn't said that he's going to jump to heavyweight, though. Well, he did show interest in the Stipe match, though. It's going to be all about money. You got to give him more money. If you give him more money, he probably goes. All right, everybody refresh your browsers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. This fight in the 1970s was at Madison Square Garden. It was promoted as the fight of the century. It's actually known as the fight of the century. It was in the 70s. It was a heavyweight championship bout in Madison Square Garden. What was the fight that was dubbed the fight of the century? Sagano wins. Yep, Haterade 9. That is correct. Frazier Ali. You are correct, sir, and it was the first Frazier Ali. Not the Rumble in the Jungle. Wyatt had it as well. Just behind Haterade, but Haterade's got... We might have a close... I had to count up the points here tonight. We might have a close one here. Haterade's got a few of these. We had Xander Sanders in the first question. Then no one got Hasim Rahman Jr. Billy got Matt Horwitz. That was his first 1,000. And we're going to take a break. Dana White is announcing the contracts right now. And this is the first time that they've ever had all decisions on a Dana White Contender Series. So he says, let's start with Miguel. Who I would give that was the first fight. 11 days notice. Miguel Baeza. And the guy he was fighting didn't make weight. It's 8 pounds over. Let's not forget that. And he said, I don't care that he didn't make weight. He fought a dude 8 pounds heavier. Uh, 8 pounds heavier, and that was a hell of a fight. All right, he says, I like him. Miguel Baeza gets a contract. Let's see if anybody else does. Like I said, I see 2 contracts tonight, at least. Oh, and remember this, Miles Johns' corner wasn't happy with him when he went to the ground. And remember, in the 3rd round, his corner told him, asked him if he was tired. He said yes. And he said, you're lying to yourself. He said, all those hours in the gym tells me you're not tired. So I like this kid. And let's see if he gives the contract. Dana says he likes. And Miles Johns gets a contract. That's 2 contracts tonight. I'm not surprised by either one of those. Like I said, I really thought there would be at least 2 contracts. Kyle Daukaus versus Michael Lombardo. Kyle Daukaus kept going for the finish. Will it be enough? He's 26. I kind of feel like Dana is leaning against this kid for now. And he said he should have been able to finish in the mount, and then his game's a little incomplete. He says he's got a lot of promise. Kyle Daukaus, he's a young kid. Not right now, but I think we'll see him someday, says Dana White. And now I go into Justin Gonzales. This was the 4th fight. And Justin Gonzales did everything he could to finish Zane. I think Dana's going to give him a contract as well. And the kid moved to 19-0. Wow, his opponents are 52-15. That is very impressive. Oh, I'm surprised. He says Miles Johns, he thinks he's too one-dimensional. And he says, so he did not give a contract to Miles Johns. I like Tony Johns. Oh. Says he loves the guy, respects him with Tony Johnson, but he's not ready. So 2 contracts tonight. That's kind of what I expected. So I'm looking. I lost the answer to one of my trivia questions. All right, but a few new guys. Welcome to the UFC. Baeza and Johns for contracts. Yep. So Luke Thomas. Let's talk about Luke Thomas for a minute here. Says he left. Said there was some disagreements there with SBG, with MMA Hour. I kind of feel like he probably got fired for some of those things he said about Chael Sonnen and some other things. When Ariel Helwani left the MMA Hour, I said when Luke Thomas is done, and I assumed it would be much longer. I said when Luke Thomas is done, that's my dream job, that's my goal. That when Luke Thomas was done, I would be applying to run the MMA Hour. I did not expect Luke Thomas to be gone after 8 or 9 months. Daukaus was very tough, man. But I did not expect... and I like Luke Thomas. He grew on me over the years. I didn't care for him so much to begin with. He grew on me, or over the year, I should say. If it gets up there, I'll apply for the job because I need a job right now. Probably not going to get it right now. But... I might have to throw you guys out there as my Twitter warriors and stuff. If I end up getting a chance to apply for that job, I'm going to send you guys out there to push SBG to get me on the MMA Hour. All right, guys. Here is the next question. So this fighter was awarded the WBC heavyweight champion when his opponent... Oh, sorry, I didn't tell everybody to refresh. All right, everybody refresh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This fighter was awarded the WBC heavyweight championship when his opponent refused to fight him. This is the second time that I know if this happened through the years. But both opponents had wins over Muhammad Ali in their careers. That's the difference. This fighter was awarded the WBC heavyweight championship when his opponent refused to fight him. Both had wins over Muhammad Ali in their career. So it was not Bo, it was not Foreman, it was not Lewis. Not Holmes. He did fight Ali though. There it is, Haterade 9. You're right. It was Ken Norton. So Ken Norton won the WBC belt. Ken Norton, of course, broke Muhammad Ali's jaw early in the fight. I believe it was the first round. Ali valiantly fought for 15 rounds. Ended up losing a decision, though. Close decision, by the way. And then the fighter that he was supposed to fight was, of course, a guy that beat Muhammad Ali late in his career, Leon Spinks. Muhammad Ali would come back and win, I believe, what was the last victory of his career when he went back and trained. And on the day I was born, September 15, 1978, Leon Spinks would... Muhammad Ali would come back and beat Leon Spinks to become the first ever 3-time heavyweight champion of the world. So, and that one was a Haterade. Let's count it up here. First one out of the gate, Xander Sanders. Second one, Hasim Rahman Jr. Nobody got that one. Number 3, the Horowitz one. Billy got that one, so we got 1,000 for each one of those. And then Haterade 9 comes in, gets Max Schmeling. They each have 1,000. Billy goes to 2,000 with Corey. Then Billy goes to 3,000, amazingly, getting Ingemar Johansson. Then Comedic Genius pulls off 1,000 points, gets Crazy Horse Bennett. Cameron Miller gets 1,000 points on the next one. Very tough question. Haterade 9 gets the fight of the century, Madison Square Garden. And number 10, Haterade 9 gets it again. Guys, we have a tie right now between a Haterade 9 and Billy Hughes. 3,000 apiece. So we got to keep going. We have got to keep going. Everybody refresh your browsers. This is not over. And if before those guys get it, somebody else comes back and gets over 3,000, maybe you're the winner. No. All right, this is an interesting one. These two fighters. Oh, everybody refresh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These two fighters won a light heavyweight champion. Former light heavyweight champion. Won a military badass. They both have kids with the same woman. Who are these two Eskimo brothers? Former light heavyweight champion, former middleweight fighter, who's a military veteran. They both have kids with the same woman. Who are these two fighters? I should have made this one 2,000. Oh, put them both out there. Put them both out there, trying to put one at a time. Need both fighters. Nope, that is incorrect, Billy. I love it, comedic. Kobe and Shaq. They may as well. They might also. But Sonny and Cher. No. What's up, Quincy? So these two fighters, one a former military badass, the other one a light heavyweight champion. They both have kids by the same woman. Haterade, that hint would be he was from the first generation. I would say like second generation of light heavyweight champions. It is not Griffin and Kennedy. Haterade threw one of these out there. You got to go back just a little further, Haterade. You're hot, but this guy's cold. It's not Kennedy and Couture. This might definitely be the hardest question I've ever had on here. Billy Hughes gets it, but Haterade threw one of the names out there first. I wish you wouldn't have thrown it out there first, Haterade, but Billy gets it. He's got them both, so you got to give it to him. Billy Hughes, 1,000 points. She's a hooker for sure. So Tim Kennedy and Chuck Liddell both had children by the same woman. She's a putana. All right, guys. I actually have something to go and get finished real quick. Apparently at work, now that I'm being texted, my second job that I'm trying to get to replace my third job, or my first job, which looks like it might be on its way out for the second time. Is it Chuck's current wife? I don't know who she's married to now. Oh, Chuck's current wife. That I don't know. I'm assuming possibly. I'm running out of questions though. I actually stole that question from somebody else, Billy. I've never done that before, but I stole that one. So, all right, I have some stuff to get ready for. Don't forget, I'm going to try to get a promo out for it quick, though, but Junior dos Santos and Francis Ngannou this Saturday is going to be absolutely incredible. I cannot wait. And like I said, it looks like my employment on income is going to be severely dropping, so you might have to put up with me a lot more. Win number 4 for me this season. You are correct. 6 games in, Billy has 4 wins. Ashley Ward has the other 2. If she would show up every week, she might have another win by now. But all right, guys, thank you. Congratulations again to Billy and Haterade for getting that. You were right down there to the. Not only were you right down there to the button, you gave Billy one of the names. I should have asked for one of 2. But that's the rules. He got it. So until next time, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. I appreciate y'all. As always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses later.